I'm Jeff Classic Popka, and I am the creator of the Growler Sessions. Every beer and every musician has a story. The Growler Sessions tells those stories.
Beer, beer, and then more beer, and then get up and jam.
I think it comes with example, by example. You know, I'm all in, I'm going all the time. I also have a full-time job away from this, and you know, people see how passionate I am about it. The best thing about what I do here is the people that I meet. I have more friends than I've ever had in my life. People come in that I don't know and say, hey, I met you at blah, 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 and love your beer. Or, you know, I sit down with people and talk to them about life, about what's going on with them, what's going on with me. And it's just, that's the biggest thing is to be able to connect with people and make new friends. And that's what life's about. It's about people. It's not about how much money you make. It's about the impression you leave on people.
Everybody loves everybody, and that's what I really like. Everybody becomes friends with everybody. You can go to Mayday by yourself and leave with 10 new friends.
Mayday comes from my dad. My dad's an electrician. It has kind of an electrical feel to it, and the name Mayday comes from whenever something goes wrong, it's a Mayday. My first job, actually, as a kid, that's why my dad had kids, for two reasons: change the channel and get him a beer. So I've been getting people beer all my life.
I like to do a little bit of everything. I do some of the private and public event coordinating. I do all the outside sales. I bartend. Kind of a jack of all trades. Whatever they need me to do, I'm here to do.
My name is Ariana, and I am the VP of Experience at Mayday here. So things that I do is coordinate a lot of our events, community involvement, making a difference really in the community.
I said if I ever have my own business, I'm going to start it in Murfreesboro. And Nashville's booming and all, but Murfreesboro's a cool, big, little town, so I love being in Murfreesboro. I love the people here.
Monday to Friday, I usually start in the office, so I'll kind of, check my emails, see what accounts need me, see if anybody has contacted me about, hey, we need a new tap handle, we need this, and then I kind of go from there. So if somebody does need something, I usually cater my sales for that day to that area.
I've been playing music since I was 14 years old, playing bass in Chicago, downtown Chicago, some cool bars, and I've learned a lot, through that. And 45 now, and I'm still doing it. I grew up in Illinois, Charleston, Illinois, farm town. So yeah, the heart of corn and soybeans. And all I do is listen to music, which is kind of sometimes can be a bad thing, because then I'll pick up the guitar and I'm like, wait, that was a song I just listened to, when I'm writing a song. But that's where I find inspiration. I mean, from so many musicians, old, some newer musicians that have inspired me as well. I mean, it's just through music and life experience too. Grab a guitar and I'm like, man, I gotta get this line down, or I gotta get this lyric down or something, because I'll forget it then. I'll have a beer or two and then it's like, what was I thinking? Where did that go? So I gotta do it right then. I define success just being able to keep playing, do something you love, then you're successful. You have to be, I mean, that's what it's about. That's what it's about right there. I haven't been on the road as much as I used to be, but I'm working on getting back on the road. But man, I love it. It takes a couple days to get used to it when you go back out on the road for a while after being home. But after that, it's just like, it's where I belong.
I definitely learn how to adapt ideas. I do a lot of reading about marketing and attending events where I can learn different things. So and sometimes it might be somebody else's idea, and they just tell me, and they're like, hey, you should do this. And I'm like, you should try it. So we do.
I usually bartend 2 to 3 times a week, depending on what we've got going on. So I bartended a little more this week just because we've had some awesome stuff. We had free beer and hot wings show record last night, and then today we've got the Folk and Art Fest outside, all kinds of cool stuff. We've got the Live for Tay charity. So usually 2 to 3 times a week, depending on what's going on.
We have a video game tournament that's for charity. So the admission to this video game tournament that's going all day today is going to charity. So we're always doing something for charity. We have a lot of charities that approach us, and we try to make it a win-win.
Getting to sell beer and inviting people to an establishment that sells beer, it's not a hard selling point.
And I've met so many cool people. I get to hang out. Sometimes if it's slow, we'll play board games over the bar, and that's a lot of fun. And I'm like, am I really working? And the great beer and the people, absolutely.
I have been known to drink some beer by many people.
My favorite beer was the Velvet Hustle, but now it's probably definitely Daddy's Money. It's a hazy IPA.
10 a.m. I like to start with a Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. Those are good at 10 a.m. and then I move on to Stella maybe about noon, and then I start moving into some IPAs.
Well, my daughter's my head brewer, and her husband, they create all the recipes and kind of get in a groove of what's popular out there, what people are liking, and then they'll just come up with something off the cuff sometimes. They kind of do a lot of experimentation. We have a small batch system that brews 13 gallons. Our big batch system brews 1,000 gallons. So we either brew 14 gallons at a time or we brew 1,000 gallons at a time. You know, some sweet things work really well, especially during the summer, so they'll come up with 2 or 3 different sweet beers, rattlers or shandies, something like that, where they'll just get in a groove, or brewed IPAs may be cool, or something fermented with the champagne yeast has a totally different kind of feel to it in your mouth. There's got to be some art to it. You got to have some creativity, especially with the beer names. That's definitely an art. Creating beer names. We have hundreds of beer names. We'll take names from things around here and put them as beer names. Like we live on Old Salem Road. We have a Old Salem. We used to have an Old Salem sour. We have a room here in the brewery called the Inner Sanctum. It's where we ferment our small batches, and we have an Inner Sanctum IPA. I think you can taste the Mayday beer and know it's a Mayday beer, and still we have a lot of diverse flavors. We try to be cool, relaxed. We love everybody. I don't care, Democrat, Republican, left wing, right wing, it doesn't matter to me. We're making real friends, you know? So that's what I think people are attracted to. It's that bring your dog, bring your kid, chill out. Enjoy some music, enjoy some art, enjoy some beer, enjoy some friends, new friends and old, and just have a good time, and don't take things so damn serious, man. Life's too short.
Well, they're my lifeblood. You know, I mean, that's what helps me keep doing what I'm doing. It's by having loyal fans that buy the stuff, fans that come out and see you. You know, without them, I mean, I'd just be sitting in the living room playing music. So, you know, it's, you know, lifeblood. It's totally it. I mean, I do like the intimate settings, but sometimes the feeling of playing a larger venue with the vibe and the energy, the venues I've played that are really big, I have a tendency to forget that venue because, you know, you're so wrapped up emotionally because of the energy that it's just like, you know, you forget all about it. You know, after the show's over, it's like, what happened, you know? You know, you lose the experience somewhat because you're so wrapped up in the experience of playing in front of so many people. And then an intimate venue is just, you know, it's chilled and it's cool, but everybody, you know, you're interacting more with people directly, which is awesome. Get ready to put on a hell of a show every time you do it, you know? I mean, I always think like, you know, if this is my last show, you know, is this the way I would play it? So, you know, I never half-ass any show. Like, it's got to be 100% performance every time.
I'm going to do a single that I released with Indie On Air Records. I would love for you to download it. I think it's been out for a while, so I think it's down to like 2 cents now. So you can download it for 2 pennies. I believe, don't quote me on it. You know, because it always drops the longer it's out. So I know you're all just waiting, you're holding off until it gets down to like 2 cents, which I think it's there. So please download it. I tried to sell it to Blake Shelton, but you know, he wasn't interested. It wasn't poppy enough.